Okay, I have never done a live before. I think I am live. So I wanted to pop on here and talk to you guys about letting go and how hard that is, right? And what is it that you need to be letting go of that you may still be attached to that is really like holding you back from stepping into what you truly want in your life. So let's relate this to like relationships, right? Are you in a relationship that you know that you need to, that you know that you don't need to be in, but you're still holding on? You're still in the relationship, right? Maybe it's fear of, am I going to be able to get another relationship like the one I'm in, right? Am I worthy enough? Right? It's fear of like outcome. It's fear of the future. So there's like a lot of anxiety there. Or maybe it's like fear of, or maybe you are not in the relationship anymore, right? But you're still attached. Like you still have that string attached, that little tiny thread. You know you need to cut the cord and let that go and let that person go, but you just can't bring yourself to be able to do that, right? Well, the reasons may be, other reasons are, maybe you don't feel good enough, you don't feel worthy of, something else, or are you trying to get validation from this person, right? Validation, approval, love, happiness, right? When we should be getting it from ourselves. Have you ever thought about that, right? So a lot of the times we tend to outsource for love, approval, our likes, right? Our validation. Like, how does it feel when you go on Instagram and people like your stuff? It feels really good, right? And then when people don't like your stuff, your ego takes a hit. But if you're feeling like in a relationship, like you have to have this love from this person, right? This approval and this validation, and if you don't get that, then, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, you really need to start going inward, insourcing, go within to get that stuff from yourself. Because I'm sorry to say, and you guys are not going to like this, but you're never going to be truly happy if you're constantly trying to get the stuff from your partner or from somebody else. And if you're really trying to let go of a past relationship, you haven't cut that thread yet, and it's still there, you're holding on, right? I suggest you go inward and find within yourself what it is that is holding you back from really cutting that cord. So grab a pen and paper and write down the things that you may feel like you were trying to get from that relationship, or you're still trying to get from that relationship, and write that stuff down, and then see if you can trace it back to maybe your childhood, because that's probably where it comes from, and go inward and heal that. So it's really about insourcing and getting the love and approval and the validation from yourself. And you guys, listen, like, this is not the easiest thing to do. I get that, but it's doable, and it's also a lot better than having anxiety all the time over, am I going to be able to get something better, or oh my gosh, this person isn't coming back to me and I'm so depressed. And it's like you're giving your power away to that person. All of your power is gone when you feel like you have to have someone to be happy. And I was there at one point. I was totally there. But this is also codependency. You don't want to be codependent on anybody in your life and anything else in your life. You want to be codependent on yourself. I don't even know if that's a thing, but you want to be dependent on yourself for that stuff, because when those things go away, right? The person, place, a thing that you're codependent on, when that stuff goes away, you want to feel secure, right? And confident within yourself. And when Eric passed away, I didn't know who I was. I really didn't know who I was alone. And so I was on this journey to find myself, right? And then I got into another relationship, which is a horribly narcissistic relationship, and that's another ball game. Narcissism is really, really, really taxing on a person's mind. You know, they manipulate and they really know how to, it's almost like weave their web, or they stitch their, like stitching their needles. What do you call it? What do you call this stitching? Like they stitch their like thumbprint, or whatever, into your mind, and you know what I'm trying to say, and you don't know how to unweave that. Like it's so hard to get out of that type of a brainwashing relationship, I guess you could say. So I can honestly say that, like, after those situations that I was in, and where I am now, it's really felt good to be able to actually get my love and approval from myself. Now, do I have hard days? Of course, I'm a human being, right? But when you can learn to do that, it is so much better than feeling like I did before. I felt like a shell of a person, you know, after that narcissistic relationship. But then after Eric, I was really happy and stuff. I just didn't know who the hell I was. So both situations and both outcomes are not very great. Because here's the thing too, you guys. So after, and everything that I was, like, after Eric, you know, all of the problems that we ever had in our relationship were just normal problems, right? It had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with me, because it came from my childhood. So I did blame him for things, but also whatever you're feeling on the inside, right? Whatever you're experiencing on the inside, you're projecting out, but also that is like who you are. So you're going to attract that as well. So after Eric, I went out and I was still really hurting, right? From all the stuff that I never healed. So me being vulnerable and everything. And I think this is kind of it's a little bit different with narcissism, but, you know, I was, you know, an empath, right? They call you, if you say you're like, you're an empath, well, guess what? That's not necessarily such a great thing either, because there's narcissism right here, and empath is like on the other end of the spectrum. Empaths, we just don't really have boundaries. So, but I didn't really see that either, right? I didn't see that I didn't have a boundary because I was never taught that. So this is where you're attracting, you're kind of the narcissistic person is kind of attracting what they never got and what they really want, and you're the empath, so you want to give. So in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say, if you guys are following me, cramming so many things into this right now, is that it's just very important to be able to heal yourself from the inside out. Okay, so when you can do this, then you're absolutely 100% going to attract what you truly do want in your life. And this is what I've been able to do. So I've really healed myself a lot from the inside out, and not perfect. I never will be, and I still keep evolving and growing, but I've been able to attract a lot of amazing things into my life. I am very secure within myself. I'm confident, and I'm always working on those things too, always growing. You know, I've been able to, you know, for the material side, I've been able to make a lot of money when I never thought I could, because my belief system in my mind, I didn't think I could do that. I never really thought about it. So I've been able to accumulate a lot of material things in my life as well, which they don't make me happy, because I would definitely not be happy with all of the money I have in the car and everything if I didn't do the inner healing. I would still be depressed and sad. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. This is the first time I've done a live. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, then drop them below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, and also, I'm starting my YouTube channel tomorrow, so look out for the video that I'm going to put up on my YouTube channel, Manayana. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.